The Art of Constructive Feedback, empowering students through thoughtful editing.
Imagine a world where every piece of feedback you receive not only points out what's wrong, but also guides you on how to make it right. Picture your writing being transformed, not through harsh criticism, but through thoughtful, empathetic advice. Welcome to the world of constructive feedback. As an English teacher, one of my most vital roles is to nurture a student's ability to provide and receive constructive feedback. This skill is not only essential for academic success, but also for personal and professional development. At the heart of constructive feedback lies the principle of helpfulness. Editing someone else's work is an exercise in empathy, communication, and clarity. It demands more than pointing out mistakes. It requires the editor to engage deeply with the text and offer meaningful advice that can guide the writer towards improvement. The importance of constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is a cornerstone of the learning process. It transforms the act of writing from a solitary endeavor into a collaborative effort where ideas are exchanged and understanding is deepened. When students provide thoughtful and specific feedback, they help their peers see their work from new perspectives, uncover hidden strengths, and address weaknesses they might not have noticed. Feedback is also a two-way street. By critiquing others, students hone their analytical skills, deepen their understanding of writing techniques, and become more aware of common pitfalls. This reflective process is invaluable, fostering a sense of responsibility and commitment to their own writing. Principles of effective peer editing. 1. Be specific and clear. Vague comments such as unclear or needs work are unhelpful. Instead, pinpoint the exact issue. For instance, if a paragraph lacks clarity, identify which sentences are confusing and suggest ways to rewrite them. The argument in the second sentence is unclear because it mixes two different points. Consider separating them and expanding on each one individually. 2. Be positive and encouraging. Start with what works well. Positive reinforcement can boost confidence and motivate the writer to address areas needing improvement. For example, your introduction is very engaging and sets a strong tone for the essay. Let's work on maintaining that clarity and engagement throughout the body paragraphs. 3. Be empathetic. Understand that writing is a personal endeavor and receiving criticism can be difficult. Phrase your feedback in a way that shows respect for the writer's effort and intentions. I can see you put a lot of thought into this character's development. To make their motivations clearer, perhaps you could add a scene where their background is more explicitly discussed. 4. Offer solutions, not just problems. Highlighting an issue is only part of the job. Offering a possible solution is what makes feedback constructive. The transition between these two paragraphs feels abrupt. Maybe you could add a sentence that connects the ideas more smoothly, like focusing on how both points relate to the overall argument. 5. Focus on higher-order concerns first. Before diving into grammar and punctuation, address the larger aspects of writing, such as thesis clarity, argument structure, and evidence support. Once the foundational elements are strong, the finer details can be polished. 6. Be concise and prioritized. Too much feedback can overwhelm. Prioritize the most critical issues first. The main argument of your essay is strong, but it gets lost in the middle section. Let's focus on tightening that part before we move on to stylistic tweaks. Applying these principles. A practical example. Imagine you are editing a peer's essay on the theme of ambition in Shakespeare's Macbeth. You might encounter a paragraph that reads, Macbeth is driven by ambition, which makes him do bad things. He wants power, and because of that, he kills Duncan. His wife also influences him to do these bad things. Ambition is the main reason for Macbeth's downfall. Instead of marking this as unclear or needs work, provide specific, constructive feedback. 1. Specificity and clarity. The phrase do bad things is too vague. It would be clearer to specify what those actions are. For example, Macbeth's ambition drives him to commit murder and usurp the throne. 2. Positivity and encouragement. Your point about ambition being central to Macbeth's downfall is strong. You've identified a key theme of the play. Let's expand on how his ambition affects his actions in more detail. 3. Empathy. I see you're highlighting the influence of Lady Macbeth, which is crucial. Maybe you could add a quote or a scene reference to show how she persuades him, making your argument stronger. 4. Solutions. To enhance this paragraph, you might say, driven by his insatiable ambition, Macbeth commits regicide by murdering King Duncan. This act is not only spurred by his own desires, but also heavily influenced by Lady Macbeth, who questions his masculinity and ambition, pushing him towards this heinous act. 5. Higher order concerns. Before we look at grammar, let's make sure each point you make supports your thesis clearly. Strengthening your argument about how ambition leads to Macbeth's downfall will make the essay more compelling. 6. Concise and prioritized. The biggest improvement here would be specifying Macbeth's actions and motives. Once that's clear, we can address any remaining stylistic issues. Conclusion. Editing is a powerful tool for learning. By approaching peer feedback with a focus on clarity, positivity, empathy, solutions, prioritization, and conciseness, students not only help their peers, but also enhance their own understanding and skills. Constructive feedback turns the writing process into a collaborative journey, fostering a supportive learning environment where every student has the opportunity to improve and succeed. As educators, it is our responsibility to guide students in mastering the art of constructive feedback, ensuring they are not just critics, but mentors and allies in the pursuit of excellence. Summary. Constructive feedback is a vital skill that transforms the solitary act of writing into a collaborative journey. This essay explores the principles of effective peer editing, emphasizing the importance of specificity, positivity, empathy, and solution-oriented advice. By focusing on higher-order concerns and prioritizing critical issues, students can provide feedback that is both helpful and encouraging. Practical examples illustrate how to apply these principles, ensuring that feedback is not just about pointing out flaws, but about guiding peers towards improvement. The ultimate goal is to foster a supportive learning environment where every student can thrive and excel.
Here are 22 keywords and their meanings.
1. Constructive feedback. Comments that are aimed at helping improve the recipient's work through positive, specific, and actionable suggestions. 2. Peer editing. The process of reviewing and providing feedback on a peer's work to help them improve their writing. 3. Helpful. Providing assistance or service to improve someone's work in a supportive manner. 4. Clarity. The quality of being clear and understandable in writing. 5. Specific advice. Detailed and precise suggestions aimed at addressing particular issues in a piece of writing. 6. Empathy. The ability to understand and share the feelings of another, especially when giving feedback. 7. Higher order concerns. Significant aspects of writing, such as thesis clarity, argument structure, and evidence support, prioritized over minor issues like grammar. 8. Thesis clarity. The clear and precise presentation of the main argument or point of an essay. 9. Argument structure. The organized framework of reasons and evidence that supports the thesis of an essay. 10. Positive reinforcement, offering praise and encouragement to highlight strengths in someone's work. 11. Analytical skills. The ability to analyze and evaluate details in writing to improve content and structure. 12. Collaboration. Working together with others to achieve a common goal, such as improving a piece of writing. 13. Engagement. The quality of being interesting and holding the reader's attention. 14. Solutions-oriented, focused on providing actionable suggestions to resolve issues in writing. 5. Vague, lacking clarity or precision in expression. 16. Confidence, a feeling of self-assurance arising from an appreciation of one's own abilities, bolstered by positive feedback. 17. Motivations, the reasons or goals behind a character's actions, which should be clearly conveyed in writing. 18. Transitional sentences, sentences that smoothly connect different ideas or sections of a text. 19. Editing, the process of revising and improving a text. 20. Supportive learning environment, an educational setting where students feel encouraged and supported in their learning and development. 21. Constructive criticism, feedback that is meant to help improve someone's work in a positive and supportive manner. 22. Reflective process. The act of thinking deeply about one's own work and feedback received, leading to improved understanding and skills.
Thank you for watching. This is a VTP channel. You can find us at youtube.com/VTP.